hustling is a mentality. It's a code of conduct. The hustler's mentality is, how can this challenge be my opportunity? And what can I learn? The hustler thinks differently. All roads lead back to the mentality.
Most people never succeed in life because they're waiting for conditions to be perfect. They're waiting for the sun to shine, the temperature to be right, all the stars to align, and then have some sort of sign that tells them to go. And I'm here to tell you guys that will never happen.
You need to pay your dues so later in life you never wonder what if. You give it all your time and effort in the set so your life gets done the way you fucking want it to be done.
Life is yes, guys. Excuses create no's. We eliminate excuses through hard work in here. Finding the meaning in the dash. Own it. Work for it. Fight for it. It begins today, it continues tomorrow, and it never fucking dies.
Fortunate enough to be on top, but anytime you reach the top, you always want to make sure that you have the desire to raise the bar and take the brass ring to places it's never been. That's the key with being on top. Just because it's never been done doesn't mean it can't be done. And in terms of competition, great question. Everyone's my competition, but a fundamental key that I've learned over the years is, and I'll share it with you, my number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You got to be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work, because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
If you're going to win the fight for your future, you're going to have to prepare your mindset for the workload. You can't be afraid to change. You gotta beat on your craft every day. I don't have permission to stop. All roads lead back to your mindset, your mentality. The way that you see this thing is going to determine your future. A hustler is committed and consistent. So this is not a Monday through Friday thing. It's a Monday through Monday thing. Every single day, I'm beating on my craft. Every single day, I'm looking to become more than I was yesterday. I am not in competition with anybody. The hustler says the only person I am competing with is who I used to be yesterday. The hustler says, I don't have a second to waste. The hustler does not waste time. Put the hours in. No days off mentality. A lot of people want to lose weight. A lot of people want to see transformation. A lot of people want to see something different. It's like, if I don't put the work in, I'm not going to have muscles. And so the hustler knows how to prioritize their time. The hustler knows how to lock in. You got to lock in. Whatever it is that you're setting out to do, it's going to require a different version of yourself.
Conditions will never be perfect. Things will never align. There will always be a reason for you to put off what should be done right now for a later time. That is a success and life truth.
That I can do what I want to do. It's possible. I can write my own book. I can have my own business. I can take the trip and travel around the world. It's possible. I can bounce back from adversity and reinvent my life. It's possible. Regardless of where I am, the things can get better for me.
It's the choices you make whenever you're ready. Every set, when the pain says hello, you say goodbye. What are you doing? How bad do you want it? 'Cause there's only so much time in the day, and we can't let it pass by.
And now you always want to outwork your competition, regardless of how successful you may be lucky enough to be. You want to be hungry. If you know what it's like to be hungry, you'll never be full. He said it's one thing to be hungry, it's another thing when you're starving for greatness and starving for success. And I love that because it immediately clicked. It's in my DNA. I know what it's like to operate every single day, regardless of the success that I've been a lucky son of a bitch to achieve. I operate every day as if I'm starving.
Note takers are the money makers. Hustlers take notes. It's difficult to manifest what is not written down. Put me in a room with 100 people. I'm gonna take more notes than them. I'm gonna listen better. I'm gonna have more fun. I'm going to learn more. I'm going to talk less. And so the movement that we see across the earth, from the high achievers, the successful entrepreneurs, those who are launching businesses and organizations, it all starts with their mindset, their mentality. The psychology of a champion is just different. Hustlers are just wired differently.
You want your stuff? It's necessary you take responsibility for it, that you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you realize that's a part of the program. It's necessary that we never give up. We know that it's you, it's me, it's being responsible for our stuff and deciding that we're going to keep on keeping on, that we're going to find a way to win or find a way to make it happen. And we know it's hard. It's not going to be a picnic. Yes, it's hard, and we will do it hard. And once we do it hard and we go through it, we realize it was worth it. And once you discover it was worth it, it is done.
Just like you don't have to do everything that you need to do to become successful, just like you don't need to do anything. You could be like everybody else.
There's no entitlement to life, guys. We live in a free world. That free world gives you the opportunity and the ability to fight for what you want, to have the entitlement. The entitlement is after the finish line, and the race is called hard work. There is no entitlement without a race of hard work.
And the difference is, winners are going to go regardless of what the circumstances are, and losers are always going to wait until the perfect time. And you understand that the perfect time will never come, which is why they never become anything.
As Henry Ford said, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. The reason this is so important to understand is that inevitably there are going to be times in your life where it literally seems like the world is coming after you. And in those moments, if rather than panic, if rather than letting your mind run away from you, rather than getting bitter or angry or frustrated, if you remember in those times that forcing yourself to push through it, forcing yourself to find the opportunity, forcing yourself to find the lesson in that is going to be the very thing that gives you lift. It's actually constraints, it's having restrictions, it's having difficult times. Those are the things that allow people to really find and tap into the thing that's going to allow them to achieve what they want to achieve, because it's going to push you. And I know that's never fun. That's not what anybody wants to hear. But the reality is, if you want to achieve something great in your life, you've got to be going into the hard places. You've got to be facing down the difficult things. You've got to be going down that road that is intrinsically difficult. It's untamed. It's wild. And in that sense that it's coming after you, in that sense that you've entered truly hostile territory, in that is the very thing that's going to lift you up and allow you to do what other people haven't done. That's exactly why the terrain seems hostile. That's exactly why it seems like things are crashing down around you.
Leave it off here, guys. You're gonna get it all out there. I promise you that.
When all this fails, here and here continues. Boom! The birth of a new you.
No regrets, man.
You gotta come here and try it. You have to push yourself so hard and go so far in the arena to feel that mental anguish and physical pain. You can't go anymore, but somehow you find the intestinal fortitude to take it one more rep. The mental pride you feel, and then the transfer of pain to exhilaration physically is something once touched, you can't live without. You combine up all those sets to make the dash of your time in the gym valuable. And day after day, that dash starts to glow brighter, harder, faster. You become the person you want to be. So a dash of life is something remembered upon, something that inspires others to live a dash too, guys. This day changes. Every day forward is a better day. No longer are we gonna accept rhymes and society's rhymes of reason that we are average. You have a purpose in life. You will be remembered.